everybody, and welcome back to Hillbilly Adventures. I haven't made a video in quite some time. Put up a couple small short videos. Had a couple of losses in my family. My father passed, and on the same day I lost my mother-in-law, and it's been extremely hard. But, you know, everybody's going to die, including me, and everybody's going to lose a loved one at some point in their life, and it's just my turn. And you know, I'm okay. I'm okay. So I decided to throw myself into my hobby, try to, you know, give myself something to do, keep my mind off things. So I've been thinking about Axialfest. Me and the dudes at RC, we have been going every year for the last couple of years. This will be our third year going. And every year I try to do a build, you know, something special. And this year I've decided that I'm going to take my old ultralight, which I stripped and sold a bunch of parts, body's gone and everything. And I had this body just laying around. Actually, this used to be on a Red Cat Gen 7. And I really liked the Gen 7 setup, but it wasn't the best of crawler. And I kind of like it because with this body, with the transmission whining and everything whining, you know, it just kind of was cool, you know. It kind of sounded and looked like an old power wagon. But that truck's gone. So I'm trying to throw this thing back together. Thought about doing a belly dragger kind of configuration, and I'd have to go and get a totally different chassis and all kinds of stuff. I don't know if I want to go through that much trouble. I was going to, but now I'm kind of looking at what you see here. I want it to kind of be low to the ground, you know, to look kind of real. And to do that, I've ordered some special shock mounts. They're not here yet. When they get here, I'm hoping that it keeps the body, you know, and chassis like somewhere around in that neighborhood. I think that would be a good stance and look pretty good. Here's what we got so far. Body's just held on with Velcro. No biggie. Probably need to get some new Velcro. This old white Velcro is not sticking so good anymore. Standard stock transmission. You know, it's got a 35 turn Holmes Hobbies motor in it. My normal route of going with a truck is I'm a big fan of the Hobby Wing 1080s with a brushed motor, and I'm going to take this with me as a spare, but I'm not running that ESC. I'm running this one, which is kind of hard to see. It's tucked away right here, and that is an ISD 70. It's like well, at the time it was a $25 you know, ESC you can get off of Amazon. Of course, my receivers, you know, Fly Sky GT5, which, you know, me and the guys really like that one. I like this one because you can connect to it with an app on your phone through Bluetooth, and you can program it. And to be honest with you, I just want to play around with it. I've never really used this ESC in anything, so I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to bring this along just in case it craps out. It'd be an easy swap. This isn't going to be my main rig, however. This is going to be more or less a backup. And it's, you know, as you can see, it's got the carbon fiber chassis. I put that on there a few years back. The shock mounts I got, they're going to bolt onto here and kind of extend out this way, so that I can kind of see what I'm talking about, have it located about like that. and I think that'll do what I want it to do. Other than that, I mean, guys, it's pretty simple. I mean, you know, it's stock, pretty much everything. This was a builder's kit that I put together a long time ago, and if I remember right, it was like an open box deal or something. I got it on eBay for, I think, 130, 140 bucks. I can't remember exactly. It was a great deal at the time. And it's a good kit. Probably going to keep these tires. These are the Proline trenchers, and they're really soft. And this isn't a very heavy rig, so I think they'll do pretty good. I've ran these on my Traxxas TRX4, and I was really impressed with them. They do really good. So I think it should turn this thing into quite the beast. But that's my project that I'm kind of working on now. And you know, it's a work in progress. Not a big fan of how that bumper sticks out. Yeah, you got to overlook my workstation here. I cleaned it up, I promise, and it's already messy again. Looks like I never touched it. I don't like how that sticks out. So for Axialfest, you don't really need a real winch, so I'm probably just going to glue this, upside down. Probably just going to glue this fake one on there, just for looks. You know, I might try to find a different bumper too. I don't know. I've looked online, and I can't find anything I really like. I'm almost half tempted just to run without a bumper altogether, and to be honest with you guys, it's probably what will happen. You know, I rigged this thing up a long time ago. It's got working headlights. In the back, this doesn't come with the body when you buy it. I actually made these, and these are working tail lights. There's red LEDs inside there. Thought that was just cool at the time. And ooh, I went bent a little bit. I'll have to fix that. But anyway, there's where I'm at. Just kind of fooling around, trying to figure out, you know, what we're going to do. I guess while I'm on here, you know, I guess I'll show you some other things that you guys have missed out on. I have, oh gosh, I should have cleaned up before I did this video. Sorry guys, like I said, it's been a mess. But anyway, I ordered this guy right here, and this is the new Hobby Wing, you know, servo winch they have out. And I haven't even took it out of the box yet, but I had pretty good reviews, and it wasn't very expensive. It's $35K winch. Can't wait to give that a try. When I do that, I'll try to do a video to show you how well it works or doesn't work. You know, also I really like the 1/18 scale fair RC rigs. They're Chinese things, but dude, they're so cool. I mean, check that out. Just a cool little dude right there. And I haven't messed with it much other than riding around the living room. I just thought it was really neat. One thing that I don't like about it is the battery is in this little toolbox in the back. Kind of gives a little, the weight distribution isn't that good. It gives a high center of gravity, but other than that, it's pretty decent. I also, let me go over here and grab it. This last Christmas, got this dude right here, which is the Fair RC Rock Van, and I don't know, man. I just dig this thing. It just looks cool, and never was much of a fan of vans, and until I ended up having to drive one every single day for work, and they kind of grow on you. But I kind of dig it. It's pretty neat. You know, kind of has that boogie van kind of vibe. And I'll probably take this sticker off and try to find some you know, 60s looking stickers to put on there, kind of make it look groovy. And of course, I got this right here, which is the Traxxas TRX4M, which is actually a lot heavier than the fair RC rigs, but it is built a lot better. You can tell. And this thing is pretty neat. I actually had it climbing the Christmas tree back in Christmas. I mean, it's a beast for as small as it is. I mean, it's pretty neat. I mean, I dig it. But anyway, that's all I've been up to, is just dicking around, really, and dealing with everything else. I guess while I got you here, my dad, years ago, he was in a situation where he became extremely depressed, and he attempted suicide. And once he got out of the, I'll turn you around so you can see me, out of the VA hospital, I had ran into Operation 11 Charlie, and I kind of liked how they were trying to get people in the hobby to kind of take their minds off of things and get them involved in something that would, help them, with their issues. So I took a page out of their playbook, and I did that for my dad, and it worked. And he really liked his little RCs that I'd built him. I'm going to grab one. It's sitting over here, and then there's another one over there I'm going to grab. And I'll end this with showing you the trucks that were my dad's, that he loved running around in the yard. He never did any competitions, obviously. He was unable to walk around without a cane, and there at the end he was on a scooter. But when it was a nice day, he would get out these things and drive them around, and he liked the truck, but he really, really liked what's over there. And I'm going to share that with you. So let me reposition you here. Let me go over here and grab the first one. This right here, I'm built for my dad. And this started out life as an ECX crawler, and I took a clodbuster body and I did all this, and all this. I deleted the blower and sanded this down and made it look like a hood, made fake rust on it. And my dad was originally from West Virginia, so it's got the West Virginia tag, and as you can see, it's the old clodbuster. It actually said Chevrolet on it. Can't get no more. But yeah, this was his rig. It's got a little RC 390 motor. It's bone stock underneath. I think it was an ECX Barrage is what they called this thing. There for a little while, a lot of people really got into them. Pretty simple little truck, but I mean it worked really good for no more than what he used it for, and it was it gave him some entertainment and some things to do, and I used a magnet mount system to hold everything together. And tires and wheels are off of a RC four-wheel drive trail finder rig, and I just like the white wagon wheels. I kind of think they did it justice, The rear end always sit up too tall for my liking, and I never really bothered with fixing it, but it probably an easy enough fix if I wanted to make it look more scale. But to be honest with you guys, I don't think I'm going to mess with it. I think it's going to be a shelf queen from here on out. And, reminds me of my dad. Let me put this one up, and then I will show you his absolute favorite. Just a moment. sorry I wasn't more prepared. I kind of did this at moment's notice. This is a Hinglong Sherman tank. It was my dad's. It's got Operation 11 Charlie stickers on it here and there. You know, he watched them on YouTube. He enjoyed them. There's a few shows that he enjoyed. He actually was a subscriber of mine, actually. And he watched my videos too. Made him very proud. But this was his tank, and he loved this thing. I mean, this thing, this little Hinglong Sherman has been all over the couple acres of land Mom and Dad have. Still works. It's got a smoke machine. It's got a machine gun. Still fires. Turret still moves. And it's actually airsoft. So this thing actually fires. I think it's one of these. Can't remember which one it was. I think it's this one. One of these doors open. Yep, that's the one. And you put your airsoft BBs inside there. This one opens too, but I think this is for you. It came with a little guy that you could put in there, and it's been long gone. But yeah, it would actually fire airsoft BBs, and he thought that was funny. He'd run around and chase chickens with it and all kinds of stuff. But he really liked it. In fact, I'll take you over to a picture of him. And this is my dad holding that tank. So, let me sit you back down here. So anyway, there's where I've been. We'll be at Axialfest in 2023 Badlands. A gentleman from Operation 11 Charlie called me, and he said that I think his name's Javier. He's the founder of Operation 11 Charlie. He is going to actually honor my dad's memory by inducting him into Operation 11 Charlie, the group, and he's going to give me a certificate, which I'm going to give my mom for her to hang on her wall. And when I told her about it, she said that he would have been so proud. Yeah. But, sorry. Anyway, I'm going to keep on keeping on, guys. I'm also going to try to make it to Roy Fest, and I believe it's in March, and I'll be there. And if you guys want to come out to Anderson RC in Thomasville, North Carolina, me and the dudes at RC will be out there. We're going to try to sell some junk. And Lord knows I got enough. You guys can tell it's all over the table. And I swear this was spotless not 3 days ago, but I've been really busy. I'm probably going to sell this thing. I don't remember where I got this. I think it came in I think my buddy Bobby sold me his SCX-10, OG SCX-10-1, and this was in it. And I went through it and everything, and it's a pretty smooth transmission. I mean, it's got a weird gear inside. It doesn't have standard gears in there. It's like that weird, I don't know what you call them, like a worm gear kind of deal in there. But I mean, it seems to work. I mean, it's smooth. Probably going to sell this thing. I really don't need it. I've got a bunch of stuff around here I need to sell. Just trying to make room. I've got so much junk. If you could only see this room, yeah, it's a whole lot laying around. It's funny how you accumulate things over the years. So, yeah, that's where I'll be come March. During Axialfest, last I counted, I'm looking at about 6 trucks I'm going to be bringing. This one here that I just showed you that I'm working on. Oh, you guys totally missed out. Okay, I did a series on rebuilding the SCX-10-3 with the Jeep Rubicon body. And I went through all this junk, and man, I had a time with that thing. I tried and tried and tried and tried to get that thing to crawl. And I should have done a video on it, but I didn't, and I kind of regret it now. Guys, I finally threw in the towel. Because, I mean, I was having no luck getting that thing to competitively crawl. And then I went on eBay and I bought a base camp chassis. And I basically moved my axles and my links and everything over to that chassis. And then I sold the old chassis. I sold the 2-speed transmission that came with it. And I basically turned it into a base camp, more or less. It's basically a base camp with a Rubicon body on it. Same one y'all saw in the other videos. I'm sitting here looking at it right there. I guess I can grab it real quick. I don't want this video to be too awful long. Let me put this up. Oh. Alrighty. Grab this thing down from it's up on a high shelf, man. All the way up here. Alrighty. Oh, okay. I haven't made a video in a while, so it ain't really a professional looking video. I was trying to up my game on that, but well, it ain't called Hillbilly Adventures for nothing, guys. Well, anyway, here she is, as you remember her, only now, if you take a peek in there, that's a base camp transmission, that's a base camp chassis. But the links are, and the axles and everything are from the original Rubicon SCX-10-3. So, not gonna lie, haven't took it out. Have not run it around. I slapped it together, and oh, I just realized something too. What the heck did I do there? Yeah, I might have to move. So, undoubtedly, I was in a real big hurry, and I didn't move that in. Yeah, that bumper might not work on that chassis. I'm telling you guys, I did not even notice that. That's how out of it I've been. Wow, that's so ugly. Well, I'll be trying to figure out how to fix this or put a different bumper on the back. That's not going to work. Holy crap, Ola. So anyway, yeah, that's not good. Anyway, so anyway, this thing, well, we'll put this in the pile to be worked on because I did not even see that. So that's going. So we got 1, 2. What else am I bringing? Oh yeah. We're going to take the Mighty FC that I built last year. Matter of fact, this thing here hasn't even been washed since it came back from Axialfest. I'll have to go through it, make sure everything's still good. But this guy right here, as you can tell, it's still covered in mud. I need to clean it. I just stuck it on the shelf when I got back, and it's still got that Attica, Indiana dirt all over it, with my little frog inside there driving. This will be going. This is my night running rig for the night run. It's got a bunch of lights all over it. I'm going to get a green light, like LED, to put in there so the whole body illuminates green. I think that would be really neat, going with the whole frog theme, because when I built this thing, I kind of thought it looked like a frog with that green color, that Tamiya green. So, there's third rig going. fourth rig is the Bomber, which that thing last year, if you guys watched any of those videos, I had problems with it. It was brand new, and it broke. And it broke bad. And the reason it broke is the factory left a bearing out in the front diff. But Axial made it right, and they gave me all the parts I needed. So I put this back together, and it is ready to rock and roll. Just noticed that one tire's got a big old flat spot on it from sitting on that. Yeah, I might have to do something about that and figure a different way of it sitting on the shelf to keep the flat spots off. But anyway, this one here, she's a going. Oh, for rock racing. So what are we at now? That's 4. Oh yeah. So number 5 is this little guy right here, the SEX 24. This thing is basically bone stock. I actually did really good with the bone stock up there. It's got some weights in it. Can't remember where. Oh yeah, it's got some brass weights behind the wheels back in here, in the front and back. And you know, it did pretty good. I mean, it did all right. It's pretty impressed for, you know, no more than what it is. It's a good little rig. And the last one I'll be taking, which is over there and covered up with all kinds of stuff. And I guess I could just take you guys and spin you around over there if you don't mind looking at this messy room. And that's that guy right there with all the junk on the table that's for sale on eBay. And that is my 6x6 that I made that has the 3D printed Zill body, which is featured in the videos that I made at Axialfest last year. And even got my Axialfest hat laying on top of it with the wagon I was pulling. Yeah, that's definitely going. So there's all 6 rigs. I'm not going to do any real big builds this year for Axialfest. Like I said, that one over here is about it. I'm just going to take what I got. I will be going through all the things that I got to make sure that they'll be good up there. Checking my batteries and all that stuff, and then going. As for non-Axial products, you guys on this channel have mainly seen Axial products. I actually do have a lot of stuff, and some of this stuff is sitting here collecting dust, and some projects got built but not completed, and they're covered in dust behind me over here. We've got a trail finder over here that's hasn't been running a while. So just thinking about what I could do for content for you guys that you might find interesting. Probably going to try to start doing some of that stuff. I mean, I think making these videos is kind of gave me some things to do, and you know, working on this stuff kind of takes my mind off things, and I really need that right now. So I thank everybody who subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, you know, please subscribe. I might not be the most entertaining YouTube channel out there, but I've got a lot of heart, and I really try to make you guys happy with what I do put out there. And I'll just keep on moving on. I mean, that's what we do as human beings in life. You know, you work through you know, sad situations like I've been through, and you know, I lost a parent. My wife lost a parent the same day, and you know, we work through it, and we keep on living. And you know, I want to honor my father by continuing his legacy and being a genuine good person, because he was. Like I've always said, he was a dad to people who didn't have a dad that needed one, and he was a grandfather to kids that didn't have one that needed one. And there was a lot of kids that reached out to me on Facebook Messenger after he passed, and you know, people I didn't even know who they were, but my dad knew him, and they thought so much of him they called him Grandpa. And you know, there's people who I've always said that my mom and dad was their mom and dad, even though they're not blood related. And man, that's how I would like to be remembered in life, and as a good person. So that good a person that you would consider them family. I think that's all any of us can do, is try to be as best a human being as we can to our fellow human beings, and being courteous and loving one another. And if I could give you any advice, is just that. Don't take anything for granted. Me and my dad were extremely close. We talked 2 or 3 times a day, almost every day. He'd just show up at my house for a cup of coffee, and was just a really good person. And I'm definitely going to miss him. And luckily I don't have any regrets. I take that back. I have one. In the Army, he worked on tanks, and I always wanted to take him to the tank museum in Danville, Virginia, and he never got to go. He wasn't able to go on long rides, and I basically waited a little too long. If I'd have done it, 3-4 years ago, he probably would have been able to make it, but I waited too long, and his health got so bad that he just wasn't able to travel long distances anymore. I do regret that. I think he would have loved it, but I think he's in a whole lot better place now, and hopefully he's smiling down on me. Anyway, love one another. That's all I can tell you guys, and cherish every moment you have.